To date, we don't know what consciousness is. And also, we don't know where it comes from. We know we have one. Many people in the spectrum of the investigation into the hard problem of consciousness will say that it comes from the brain entirely, is entirely the outcome of chemicals, the neurons firing, the synapses connecting neurons, and electricity. But other people suggest that the brain is the device that makes it possible for a life form like us to experience consciousness. Then there are other people, the so-called panpsychisms, that believe that consciousness is even in an atom and it is a fundamental in the universe, completely the opposite of the materialism. What seems to be true is that to have conscious experiences, a functional brain is required. Someday, in a not too distant future, probably next decade, we will develop computer machines and CPUs that will also be capable of conscious experiences or consciousness in their own way. It will be called artificial consciousness. That will provide some type of evidence that consciousness does not necessarily require a brain to be operational, at least a human brain. However, consciousness is not awareness, and it is relevant to see them as two different things. When we overchat, for instance, we are obviously conscious, but are we also aware? If we were aware of it, that endless chatter will likely stop. Of course, depending on the level of intelligence of the individual. Or, to take another example, when we operate out of our conditioning, whether it be what we've been told, or family or cultural conditioning, or how we have been indoctrinated, the knowledge we have, the heuristic knowledge we have, and so on, we do not operate out of our conditioning unconsciously. We do it consciously. So when we do it, we are conscious. It's like driving a bicycle. And again, if we were also aware of it, in this case self-awareness, we will notice it eventually, this interference of our conditioning. And that interference eventually will stop in favor of higher thinking capabilities. Now, so far, both educationally speaking and in terms of individual and collective cognitive development, we are not doing anything to undertake this direction in the sense of improving thinking skills.